on to our final part of the writing bootcamp. So we went through all of this good stuff you should have been filling in. So today we are going to talk about conclusions. So we're on page 17 still. And MLA format, because I think some of you got a little confused the last time that we did MLA format. So conclusions. What goes into a conclusion paragraph and in what order? So what you're going to do is you're going to restate or rephrase your thesis statement. So it's not going to be word for word, but you do want to go over what you talked about in the paper, and your thesis statement is the best guide for that. And then what you're going to do is recap all your main points, all your main argument points. So take the most important thing out of each paragraph and just kind of put it into a sentence each. And then you recapped all your main points. And then you have the clincher, the mic drop, the final thoughts. So here are just some more in-depth tips for you. So thesis restatement. Start your conclusion by restating and rephrasing, not repeating, like I said, your original. And then try using new wording or rearranging how your thesis is phrased. Then you're going to recap the main points. So revisit the main ideas of each of your body paragraphs in the order in which you wrote them. Remind your reader of your main points. Remind them why your paper is important. And try including a sentence per one, just like I said. And then the mic drop. So the final lines of your entire essay are so important because that's what you're leaving your reader with. So for your clincher, you want to zoom out and leave your reader with your final thoughts and ideas on the topic. So try connecting your specific topic/argument to a broader idea or concept that they can relate to, that anyone can relate to. Bring the topic back to the real world because that is what people actually care about. Remember, this is the last thing they will read about your topic after all your hard work supporting your claim with evidence and analysis. So and this is what we've all been waiting for now. So MLA format. So I gave you guys a general checklist of what to look for, and I also gave you in-depth instructions for both Word and Google Docs because I know that some of you like Word, so up to you. So the first thing is Times New Roman font and 12-point font size. So these are two very important things. You guys should know how to change that in Google Docs already. And then your paper, evenly double spaced throughout. So there's no extra spaces above or below the title or in between paragraphs. That's something that I see a lot. And that, I mean, you're not fooling me. I know how long your paragraph or your paper actually is without those extra spaces. So also make sure that your format on your word processor, paragraph, the line spacing for before paragraph and after paragraph are both set to 0. The default setting in some versions of Word add extra spaces. So if you have problems with that, just email me and I can help you. 1-inch margins. So for Google Docs, click File, then Page Setup. Type 1 for top, bottom, left, and right. I also have some tips for Word too, but I think most of you use Google Docs. So you're heading them in the top left corner, not in the header, just in the heading. You put your name, my name, the class, so English 9 or Honors English 9, and then the date. All right, so literally it should look like this. You put your name, enter, teacher's name, enter, class, enter, date, enter. Then what you do is you do correct header that is in Times New Roman font. So go to your next page, and I will tell you exactly how to do this for Google Docs. I knew this tripped some people. So you click Insert, then you insert page number, and then you select the image that has the page numbers on the top right-hand corner. And then you type your last name on the left side of the number and press space. If your header is at the very top of the page, you must hit Enter twice to move it down to 0.5. It all makes sense whenever you do it. If it doesn't, email me. And then correct essay title format, centered, Times New Roman, 12-point font. Not bolded, not italicized or underlined, no extra spaces. It's plain, and it is the same. Font size, can come up with that, as the rest of the paper. All right, and also it's original and creative in content. So it's not going to say summer reading essay or analysis essay or Odyssey essay, whatever. You're also going to press the tab key, which is on the upper left-hand side of your computer, of the keyboard, to indent. All new paragraphs, don't do a bunch of spaces. And then you write out all numbers below 100, so except dates. So if you say 2, you don't put 2. You don't put the number 2. You write TWO up to 100. And you always use formal language. So no first or second person, no contractions, no slang, no inappropriate language. So it's all third person. So remember, whenever I said you is not acceptable anymore, this is what I mean. Always use present tense verbs and cite quotes using author, page number, format, which I went over earlier. I also have some resources down here. So I'm obviously a resource for you. Email me. We can Zoom. We can do whatever. Your classmates too, like ask them questions. They can help you. I also gave links for the Purdue OWL and the UNC Writing Center because those are great online tips. So you have now officially completed your writing boot camp. Exciting stuff. So if you have any questions, just let me know. And now we're going to get ready to write a paper.